And welcome everybody to Anahuac Sports Live. This is Trent Hart on the Chambers County Abstract Company pregame show, and we appreciate everybody joining us here today. We got a little bit of time for the pregame show before we get kicked off with the interview between Alex Outram and Greg Neese that was down on the field earlier, and we're going to bring that to you here shortly. But first, we're going to go back to a special presentation that we made from last week, where Anahuac Sports Live was able to give back to the school and the athletes and the athletic program. And we're going to present that right here on the Chambers County Abstract Company pregame show, and we'll be back right after this. And welcome back to Anahuac Sports Live and the Title Services pregame show. Trent Hart joined on the field here by Anahuac ISD Superintendent Dennis Wagner, Athletic Director Greg Neese, and Girls Athletic Coordinator Lauren Brandon. We appreciate y'all joining us on the field today. As everybody can tell, we are videoing live down on the sideline, and that is an upgrade to what everybody's normally being able to see. And that is a direct result of everybody's support in the community by their donations and by our sponsors. And, you know, that support starts with these three people right here. And Mr. Wagner, last year when I emailed you and Coach Neese about live streaming the video games, I mean, it was kind of a thing to keep me busy, kind of a hobby. But it is turned into a passion of not only mine, but the people that joined me along with Anahuac Sports Live, Alex Outram, Terry Fortenberry, of course my wife's sitting up there watching us right now, been very supportive, and we just appreciate you welcoming us into the Panther Athletic family. And to show that appreciation, we want to present Lauren Brandon and Greg Neese with a check for $500 each to be going back to Anahuac Panther Athletics. And we appreciate everything that you've done for us, and that is your money to spend however you want, whether it be jerseys, equipment, whatever the case may be, just to show our appreciation and our sponsors. That wouldn't be made possible without our sponsors, and I can't say it enough. Mr. Wagner, like I said, when I approached you last year, it was kind of a thing that we didn't know what was going to happen, but it's kind of blossomed from there. I mean, what would you say the impact of us being able to go broadcast live has meant to the school and to these athletes?
Well, one of the things I would say when it was first approached to me is that, you know, I was a little nervous about and a little hesitant about doing it, but I think in our community we have so many people that on Friday nights can't always make it to our home or away games. And this just gives our families an opportunity to watch our students participate, whether it's football, volleyball, or any sport. And we're just very excited that you're doing this for our kids and our community. And so we're very excited about that. We really appreciate the donation of $500 for boys and girls athletics, and we'll know that we'll put that to good use. It is not their money to spend how they want, because we're going to spend that on kids. And so
Absolutely.
we definitely really appreciate them, and really appreciate the Anahuac Sports Live channel and all they do for the community of Anahuac ISD. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, again, we can't say how much we appreciate Anahuac ISD, the staff. Everybody's been so welcoming. Good luck to the football guys in their season and the volleyball girls in their season. We're going to be back here shortly with an interview with Coach Lauren Brandon right after this on Anahuac Sports Live. And welcome back to Anahuac Sports Live and the Title Services pregame show. Trent Hart joined on the field here by Anahuac ISD Superintendent Dennis Wagner, Athletic Director Greg Neese, and Girls Athletic Coordinator Lauren Brandon. We appreciate y'all joining us on the field today. As everybody can tell, we are videoing live down on the sideline, and that is an upgrade to what everybody's normally being able to see. And that is a direct result of everybody's support in the community by their donations and by our sponsors. And that support starts with these three people right here. And Mr. Wagner, last year when I emailed you and Coach Neese about live streaming the video games, I mean, it was kind of a thing to keep me busy, kind of a hobby, but it is. And I apologize for that repeat of the interview from last week. But I do have a volleyball interview with Coach Brandon from last week. And you're watching the Chambers County Abstract Company pregame show, not the Title Services pregame show, which was last week. But, however, we are getting going here. We got about 15 minutes till we go into kickoff. And I'm going to try and get the Coach Neese interview set up for you guys right now. So a little patience as I get the video uploaded to our scene here. Trent Hart back on the Title Services Incorporated.
Alex Outram back on the Anahuac Sports Live pregame show as we're joined by the head coach of the Anahuac Panthers, head coach Greg Neese. And Coach, week 2 turned out a little bit better than week 1 as was able to fend off a very, what happened to be pretty tough for Brahman's football team.
Yeah, especially on offense. So they had a really good quarterback. He was very electric with the football. And number 8, their wide receiver, he was an outstanding player for them and a big-time difference maker. And then their running back, number 5, that was a pretty good three-headed monster out there. And they were tough to tackle in space. And I got nervous because they came out second half and they threw the little quick screen for a touchdown. I just knew that on offense we had to keep matching their score. We couldn't have a possession where we didn't move the ball and score. If we did, then the momentum in high school football and how it affects teenagers, I didn't want that to hit our team because I've seen that before. But our kids took the adversity well, especially on offense, and we took control of the game, and so we came out victorious.
Reviewing the tape after the game last week, start on the positive side of the ball. What were some of the things you liked?
I'll brag on our offensive line. I thought they did an outstanding job. We went a lot of tempo, a lot of unbalanced lines, and they pretty much handled the line of scrimmage. We were very concerned about their nose guard, number 90, and we had a sophomore center who held his own against the guy, and we kind of neutralized him pretty much the whole game, and that allowed us to rush the ball up the middle. We also ran off tackle well. We got 2 great tackles with Eli Burns and Jonathan Cooper, and we get behind those guys all night long, and we do the unbalanced lines, and they line up wrong. They had a tough time lining up, so I knew when I saw them they had a tough time lining up to our formations, it's usually going to be a long night for the defense, and it kind of was. We ran the scat, which is our play where we pull the lead tackle, he kicks out the force and wrap the guard up on the play side linebacker and pitch it back to our back. And Landon Corbett. Corbin Foster was an outstanding player. He was our MVP linebacker when I was coaching at Newton. And of course, he always comes to mind. But Landon Corbett, he's our MVP player here at Anahuac. And he's a junior. He had 4 touchdowns the other night, and he played great. And he's handled the move from quarterback to running back well. I mean, he's a team player. Plus, he plays every snap on defense. And he had an outstanding night also.
On the flip side, we've talked about bugaboos with flags. Kind of happened again last week. What were some of the things that you saw could be improved on?
Well, we had some procedure penalties where we were lining up in the neutral zone and we're just crowding the line. I got with Coach Dell, and looking on film, our alignment hasn't been very good with our offensive line, and you can kind of tell when you watch on video. I want a straight line. It should look like an airplane, a straight airplane wing, and where in previous games, we had the right guards back and the right tackles up, and then it was just all crooked looking. So we worked on that, but we had them too close to the line of scrimmage. And Big Eli, God bless him, he kept putting his head was just over the ball, and so he kept getting the penalties. And he'd been blocking his butt off all night, making great blocks. And Coach Dale was getting mad. So we finally got it figured out, but it was kind of a little controlled chaos there on the sideline for a little while, and because we had some touchdowns called back because of it, but we got that lined out, and I don't think we should see any penalties like that tonight.
You're talking about Landon earlier. Obviously, the 4 touchdowns, over 100 yards rushing, but also Sanchez, another over 100-yard rushing game for him as well.
Right. What I like about moving Marcus Curiel, the sophomore quarterback, to the starting position is we have 2 of the best running backs in the district with Christian and Landon. And Christian's a senior, Landon's a junior, and what Christian has really, he's stronger than you would think. I mean, he's a kicker and a soccer player, but that sucker's strong. And he breaks a lot of tackles. He's got great speed, and he really has good vision. We run the GT play, the old Washington Redskins, where the backside guard's kicking out and the backside tackle's wrapping. He runs that play as good as anybody I've ever coached. And we popped him on a couple of those. We call it GT, and we popped him on a couple of those. But with those 2 guys at running back, Marcus doesn't really have to do too much. Get the snap, turn and pitch it or hand it off, complete a few passes here and there on our boot stuff, and with those 2 running backs, and then you got Zion Clark out wide, and some tight ends that can catch. I feel it's a lot more fun calling plays when you got weapons, all over the place. So it's we kind of open it up a little bit more, and that's what it gives us. That's the dimension we have with Marcus at quarterback.
And we saw Zion getting in the mix with some end arounds, made sure that he got into the end zone last week.
Right, yeah.
And so first game with Marcus Curiel as your quote-unquote starter, getting most of the reps at the position. What did you take away from him last week?
Well, I thought he did a good job of managing our offense. Now, he's a sophomore, and he's young, and he was running the offense great. And then he threw an interception, and he's really hard on himself, and that's one thing, I can relate to because I was kind of that way when I was a player. But he has to eliminate that, those negative thoughts, and move on to the next play. But he kept allowing that play to keep playing in his mind, and it kind of hurt some of his performance. And so we got him settled down at halftime. He came out and did a great job second half. But he's going to be a good quarterback. He's one of those kids. In the summertime, he comes up here. He always has some guys with him throwing the football around. And sometimes when no one shows up, I see him. He'll take trash cans. He'll put them all over the field. And he has one football. Because I watched him for about 30 minutes. I should have gave him some more footballs, but I just watched him. And he's out there. And he's doing his drops and sprint out past and throwing into those trash cans. And when I see stuff like that, I mean, that just tells me he's going to be an outstanding quarterback.
So on the flip side of the ball, defense looked like he had a lot of youth step up last week and make some really good plays, whether it was freshmen, sophomore, juniors. Overall, pretty solid defensive game last week.
Right. We are bringing up quite a few. There's about 4 or 5 freshmen we brought up. And they're not going to be every week, but last week and this week we're bringing them up. Quandre Coates is a defensive end. He's 14 years old, and you look out there, and he's about 6'4" and about 220. And he just smiles like a little kid all the time, and I love him. And he is going to be a heck of a football player. And I like keeping all my guys together and playing together. Those young guys like on JV, but we're in a situation where some of our best guys may be a freshman or sophomore, so you have to bring them up. And so yeah, there's a lot of youth out there, and there's a good mix of seniors too. So I like the way that we all play together and how they all get along and work hard together. So I like the nucleus of our team with the young guys and the old guys. And in defense, we're just going to keep getting better. We changed defenses, went from a 3-3 stack to a 4-2-5 defense. So we got 4 hands down now, and I feel a lot more comfortable with that. And so, I think you'll see a lot more pressure on the quarterback and containing the run a lot better with 4-2-5.
Coming into the night, taking on a team that y'all were supposed to play last year in this Kipp generation team. What have you been able to see on film, and what are you kind of expecting out of them tonight?
Well, they're a private school. I guess they're private or a charter school, but Coach McAlpin, I just visited with him. He played football at Grambling, and he's a big old sucker, and he's a great personality, 50 years old, and played with the Arizona Cardinals for a little bit. And he's putting together a football team, and what I like about him, he looks for games, and he'll play up so he can get better. He's trying to build a program. They got a quarterback that's a good athlete, so we'll have to contain him. They do have some big size linemen, and I just listen to them warm up. They're not coming over here just to get beat on. I mean, it's a game for them. They got energy and they're excited about being here. And we're going to come out and I'll talk to our guys about playing their best. They're 1-1 and we're 1-1. So, may the best team win tonight. And we're going to do our best to get after them. But we respect them and have a lot of respect for Coach after just meeting.
What's going to be the keys to victory tonight?
Well, ball control and scoring when we have it. I liked what we did last week as far as our tempo, and hopefully we'll continue to get better at that, because I think that gives us an edge on offense, going tempo with the different formations and getting 4 or 5 guys the football and spread it around. Then on defense, what I've been looking for is keep contained with our defensive ends and not letting guys get outside. That's been a kind of a bugaboo for us my whole 3 years here. And my superintendent, he's awesome, Mr. Wagner. He's an old coach, so I hear about, can we get an end to have contained? So my boss is telling me that. He's my superintendent, and he's right. So we've been working on it, and I got Coach Dale, who's my offensive line coach. He's working with the defensive ends now also. So that's kind of the thing we're looking at on defense. And, we're really good on special teams last week. We got to continue to do that to be good. So.
Well, Coach, as always, appreciate the time before the game, and best of luck in tonight's contest.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Head coach Greg Neese of the Anahuac Panthers as we continue the pregame show after this on Anahuac Sports Live. Anahuac Sports Live brings you yet another edition of Anahuac Panther football. And Trent, obviously not the results head coach Greg Neese was looking for in week 1. Bounced back in a strong way to take out what ended up being a pretty feisty Fur Brahmins team.
They were athletic. They were big guys, Alex. And, the way that the Anahuac Panthers came out and not only executed on offense, but able to hold out on defense. And there was no doubt after that second half of play that the Anahuac Panthers took control of the ball game, and that's what they're going to have to do tonight.
As we had talked about with Coach Neese before the game, a lot of youth on the defensive side of the football and some last names that we're pretty familiar with.
Absolutely familiar with. I mean, we heard about those guys, from 8th grade, a lot of them from the JV team from last year. And those are special kids. We talked about the undefeated season that the 8th grade had last year. Now that they're freshmen, he's given them an opportunity, and they are showing out.
Please bow your head. Heavenly Father, before the players take the field tonight, I ask you to help us remember that we are a team of friends and family first. Please keep all of us safe from injuries. Help us so that we do not seek individual glory and that we play as a team. Let us enter this competition in the spirit of good sportsmanship and with respect for the members of the opposing team. Thank you for this beloved game that we call football, which allows us to gather here tonight. Thank you for our coaches and our fans. Thank you for our cheerleaders, drill team, color guard, and our marching band who are here to perform. Thank you for those who have sacrificed their time to make us better. Let us take from this experience the memories and friendships we have developed and cherish them. In Jesus' name, amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we rise to the national anthem, let us not forget that 20 years ago tomorrow marks the deadliest attack, not just in the United States, but in the world. and an attack on what we all hold dear, democracy. Remember the 245 passengers and crew of the 4 airplanes, the 2,606 in the World Trade Center complex, the 125 in the Pentagon, all whose lives were taken far too soon. Let us also not forget the over 6,000 that were also injured that fateful day. In addition, please remember the over 7,000 members of the military and 8,000 civilian contractors who died in the field of battle to bring the terrorists to justice over the last few decades. Tonight, the flag is being raised by FFA members Phoebe Hampton and Heather De La Cruz. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
And the pride of Anahuac, the Anahuac Marching Band, with another rousing rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. Also a tribute to the 20th anniversary of 9/11. But as team captains come out onto the field for both teams, for the Panthers, it's Landon Corbett, Christian Sanchez, and Zion Clark. For Kipp, it is Cameron Jackson, Alejandro Zavala, Jonathan Sabravia, and someone who's been cut off of our sheet.
Well, if you notice, the jersey numbers are actually over on your right-hand side here, Alex.
Oh, well, that does help.
That would help, wouldn't it?
Leonardo Zavala. I apologize. So those are the team captains for the Jaguars coming into tonight, 1-1. Same record coming into the evening as the Panthers. And as head coach Neese talked about in the pregame show, when you saw them warming up, they didn't just come out here to play flag football, just to take a trip from Houston out here to Anahuac. They came out here to play football and to test themselves.
Well, absolutely. They're not going to just come, drive an hour to Anahuac, Texas, and lay down. I hope they don't think that. This is a physical football team. I don't have a whole lot of information, but from what I have gathered, from what I do have, their quarterback is very athletic. They're going to have to contain him, and the Panthers are going to have to play hard-nosed football like they did last week if they expect to beat this team.
The Jaguars have won the toss. They have elected to defer and get the ball in the second half. So the Panthers, for the third straight week, will set up with their offense on the field. This is the first time they've lost the coin toss this year. So nonetheless, still what head coach Greg Neese wanted, as the Panthers will get set.
Well, if you haven't done so, ladies and gentlemen, please go on to all of our social media. We've posted the link to YouTube to this video, and Twitter and to Facebook. Let everybody know that we're live. I know that there's a lot of people. If you're not in the stands, you're in Gator Fest. But we appreciate everybody that has joined us here tonight. But just please spread the word. Let us know that we're live, and the Anahuac Panther football team is going to face the Jaguars here momentarily as we get week 3 underway of Texas high school football.
Some pretty solid matchups from around the state. Last week, a little shout out to my hometown as Atascocita knocked off the Allen Eagles and stopped a 122 home game winning streak for the Allen Eagles that lasted almost a decade. And just a huge win for the Atascocita Eagles in that ball game as they travel back to Dallas this weekend to take on Denton Ryan. The ball is set to be teed up. The kicker is coming onto the field as Patrick Martinez, the senior, is set to kick things off. Back deep for the Panthers, you've got Clark, Corbett, and Sanchez. Pretty good turnout here on the Panther side. We are set to kick things off. End over end kick is going to be fielded at about the 14. It's Corbett. Across the 20, 25, 30, makes a move, 40, rolls over a defender, and the Panthers will set up shop for their first possession of the ball game at their own 45 after Landon Corbett went full bulldozer on one of the defenders.
Well, I mean, he lowered his shoulder and almost got to midfield on that return. And if that's any indication of what Landon Corbett's going to be like tonight, we're in for something here.
Starters, the normal group, as you've got Marcus Curiel. The skill positions are pretty much going to be the same.
Penalty flag was on the play.
There was a flag.
Did not see any flag on the field, but
10-yard penalty.
we are told that block in the back, and it's going to be marked off from the 40. So there it's going to be marked off from the 39. So the Panthers will set up at their own 29.
Well, kind of spoke too soon. I mean, that's the way the Anahuac Panthers wanted to start off this game with a great return, but then just to have most of the race by a flag is not what they wanted.
Skill positions pretty much the same for the Panthers. Under center is Marcus Curiel, 2 wide. Zion Clark, KJ Moore. Snap back is going to go under the legs of Corbett. He's going to pick it up, go around the right side, is going to be met in the backfield.
Flags everywhere.
There's going to be a face mask on the Jaguars as they were trying to take down Corbett. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty, and we'll get the Panthers back closer to where they were to begin with. As we were saying, Landon Corbett and Christian Sanchez, the backs. KJ Moore, Zion Clark, the wideouts, and Marcus Curiel, the starting quarterback once more. And boy, what a difference having Curiel under center to where you have 2 wideouts, a speedy wideout and a wideout with length. You've got 2 running backs in their natural positions. And you saw what the offense could do last week against the Brahmins.
Well, I mean, we haven't said it, enough. Having Curiel in that position is priceless.
Pitch right side, Corbett is going to fall forward after he got hit behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to fall forward for 2. We'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
46-yard line, 2nd down and 8.
Straight up the gut, Sanchez into Jaguar territory. That's going to be a pickup of 14 and a first down. Second first down of the ball game for the Panthers as they look to move rather quickly. And we are going to have a timeout on the field for the Jaguars. It's their first with 11:11 remaining here in the first quarter. We have no score. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, no matter what you nurture or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, We're proud to protect all Texans.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Terry Fortenberry, and Blake Ferguson. Terry and Blake up top handling the cameras. Trent and I here in the catbird seat here from Kyle White Field on the campus of Anahuac High School. Curiel under center, pitch left, Corbett across the 40, 35, cuts back. It's going to be a foot race to the end zone. Touchdown Panthers from 41 yards out.
A big hole opened up there for Corbett to go through, so hats off to the offensive line. And great vision by Corbett to bust through and put it in for 6 for the Panthers.
Christian Sanchez on to handle the PAT as we saw head coach Neese pull out the bag of tricks last week to work on the 2-point conversions. This kick is up and good. So with 11:01 remaining here in the first quarter of play, the Panthers have jumped out front 7-0 as we continue after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Building a new home? Does your driveway need that long overdue facelift? Or are you just looking to finally get your lot cleared and ready to build something great? Look no further and trust the locally owned and operated professionals at Title Services Incorporated. No need to hire multiple contractors. Title Services does all phases of residential and commercial land clearing, house pads, ponds, dirt and rock delivery, and demolition. Call for a free estimate, 409-267-1057, or visit them on Facebook at Title Services, Inc.
Back here from Kyle White Field as the Panthers have jumped out front 7-0 over the Kipp Generations Jaguars. Cats mighty. Sanchez with the end over end kick. It's going to fall shy of the end zone, so he's going to have to pick it up and run. 15. Now he's running backwards as caught. We'll see where they mark it. They are going to give him the 15 as the line of scrimmage.
So great punt there by Sanchez. Soccer-style kicker. And putting it inside the 5. Didn't get much on the return, unfortunately, for the Jaguars. Thank you, Claire Lou, who is now following the channel over on Facebook. Appreciate you, Claire. And Claire will automatically be entered to win one of 2 t-shirts and 2 rally towels given away this week if you like or follow Facebook or subscribe to our YouTube channel.
3 wide for the Jaguars is rolling to his right. Under pressure is going to be intercepted. Pick 6, touchdown. Presley Mouton, the junior, is going to intercept the pass and walk into the end zone as the Panthers now extend their lead 13-0.
Well, I mean, the Jaguar quarterback was just trying to get away and had to throw it, to somewhere to try and get the ball on the turf. Wasn't able to, and it fell right into the hands of Mouton.
Christian Sanchez back onto the field to tack on the point after. Boy, I'm going to have to get caught up. That first drive for the Panthers, it was 3 plays. It took a minute and 12 seconds off the clock as the Panthers drove 71 yards. Landon Corbett capped it off with a 41-yard rushing touchdown. Point after the interception return for a touchdown is good as the Panthers now extend the lead 14-0 with 10:36 remaining in the first quarter as we will continue after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you in part by Hillary Auto, insurance agent with Texas Farm Bureau. Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm. Title Services Incorporated. Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC. Chambers County Abstract Company. Third Coast Integrated Martial Arts. Turn 2 Specialty Companies. and Wilcox Drugstore in Anahuac. So as I just got through saying, all you have to do to enter into our giveaway is follow or like us on Facebook or subscribe to us on YouTube if you haven't done so already. And that is courtesy of JV Designs and Anahuac Sports Live. And we appreciate everybody who has liked or followed any of our social media and subscribed to our channel on YouTube.
Boy, Sanchez has really improved on the kickoffs as he got that one high, landed at the 10, fighting his way forward into a host of Panthers as the Jaguars will set up shop for their second possession of the ballgame at their own 24-yard line.
Well, we thought we were impressed with Sanchez last year with his kicking, but this year, I mean, I think if he's probably in his range if Panthers get anywhere close to the 25-yard line.
So Cameron Jackson is the quarterback for the Kipp Generations Jaguars. I'll try to get you the numbers as
we got
timeout on the field.
That's
Their second timeout of the game. We'll keep it here. I want to thank Swanky Insurance for being the first quarter sponsor for tonight's ball game. 411 Miller Street here in Anahuac. 409-255-0644 is the phone number. SwankyInsurance.com to handle your insurance needs.
And want to send a shout out to Todd Swanky. If you're watching, brother, we hope you get better soon. Laid up with the C word, unfortunately, and we pray for his quick recovery.
This was a team that Anahuac was actually supposed to play last year, but because of that said C word, did not happen. So it's going to be Jackson out of the gun. He's going to fake the handoff, rolling to his right. He has room across the 25-30 and is going to get pushed out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to give him the 32. So that's going to be a pickup of 8.
At the 32-yard line.
One of the players that Coach Neese pointed out before the game.
8, second down 2.
Well, he's got slippery speed, and whenever he gets out in the open, hard to catch, hard to bring down. And you're right, Coach Neese said that was one of the players that we're going to have, that the Panther defense is going to have to look out for, as he's able to get 8 yards on that play. And that'll bring up 2nd and 2 for the Jaguars.
Jonathan Thomas, one of the backs now as he flips sides. Out of the gun. Jackson sets back under pressure, has a man, and is going to be tipped away. Once again, Presley Mouton sniffing out the ball and almost came up with his second interception of the ball game.
Well, Mouton so far, I mean, has shown his presence on the defensive side of the ball in that backfield, or in the defensive backfield, already with 1 interception and a close second interception there. I have a feeling that we're going to be calling his name quite a bit tonight, Alex.
I say so. 3rd down and 2 here for the Jaguars. Everybody in the box for the Panthers. They're expecting a running play, and they're going to get it, and he's not going to go anywhere. Getting into the backfield.
That's Nan Pham on the tackle and the quarterback sack. He might have thought of it as a snack.
You must be thinking about that Gator Fest cook-off.
Yes, I am. And if you ain't doing nothing this weekend, if you're around Anahuac or in Chambers County, stop by Gator Fest, proud sponsor of our scoreboard tonight. And get you some good eating. Great shows. Randy Rogers heading up the entertainment tomorrow night.
Ball is back and put on the turf, picked up as Clark across the 40, 35, tiptoes down the line, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Zion Clark. Boy, what kind of feet to keep himself on the sideline, and I was right the first time. That was KJ Moore. KJ Moore was the lone speedster back there.
We'll take a peek of the replay right after the extra point here. Because, wow, that was some speed getting to the ball and then breaking it across midfield and close to the sideline down here, staying in and getting in for the touchdown.
60-yard punt return for KJ Moore. Sanchez getting a leg workout here in the first quarter. PAT is good. With 8:24 remaining here in the first quarter, your new score, Anahuac leads the Jaguars 21-0. We'll be back after this on Anahuac Sports Live. Across the 40, 35, tiptoes down the line, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
And as you just saw on the Capital Farm Credit replay, the punt return by KJ Moore, and that will push the Anahuac Panthers even further ahead as we're not even through the first quarter yet.
Halfway through the first quarter. Sanchez gets a boot under it. End over end kick is going to fall to the 10. Across the 15-20, heading to the sideline, has some room across the 40. It's going to be taken down at the 41. And they're going to give him forward progress to the 42 as he was bulldogged down. Hard style. 8:12 remaining here in the first quarter. This will be the third drive for the Jaguars. Four-two-five defensive alignment with the 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, and 5 defensive backs into the game for the Panthers. Jackson fakes the pass, looking downfield, puts a nice spiral on it. Intended for Travion Bailey, but the ball fell incomplete. He is 0 for 2 with an interception. Bailey, the intended receiver.
And that was number 6, Javian West, defending and making the great coverage there to break up that pass.
So out of the gun is Jackson, offset to his left, offset to his right by Jonathan Thomas. He's under all sorts of pressure, and he's going to be taken down. Adam Galeas and Jonathan Cooper lay in the wood to poor Cameron Jackson. And he is probably not going to be feeling well after this game. 6-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 16. As we'll tick under 7.5 remaining here in the first quarter. 4 wide for the Jaguars. Jackson sets back, looking downfield, under pressure by a host of Panthers, is able to get it away and complete, breaks a tackle, and is going to be about a yard short of a first down. As that was Bailey, once more the intended receiver on the pickup of 15, brings up 4th down and 1.
I'll tell you what, he's got a laser beam of an arm.
He's thrown a couple of good balls. 4th down and 1, the Jaguars hurry up to the line. And discombobulated to say the least. There is a flag. The Jaguars were not set. Will not pick up the first down. And will not pass go. So that'll be 4th down and 6 now.
False start. 5-yard penalty remains 4th down, 6 yards to go.
We'll see if the Jaguars elect to go for it, or if that penalty knocked them out of 4 down territory. does look like the Jaguars are going to keep the offense on the field. Jackson getting the play from Philip John Pierre, the head coach of the Kipp Generations Panthers. Jaguars. I got too many cats in the game tonight. 4th down and 6. Cameron Jackson out of the gun, 4 wide. One back to his right side. The Jaguars are going to burn their final timeout of the first half.
We got timeout being called by the Jaguars.
We're going to keep it here. Trent, lots of great things going on here in Anahuac this weekend. Again, we want to thank the Texas Gator Fest for sponsoring the scoreboard tonight. See if we can get you some scoring updates from around the area tonight. Trent, why don't you tell them how to follow us and get us on social media?
Well, as I was focusing on getting the new graphics up there, but yes, we can. If you go to YouTube, just search in the search bar for Anahuac Sports Live, and you can go there, and the live stream will come right up, of course. But you can also subscribe to our channel and just hit that red button and the notification bell to let you know whenever we go live on YouTube. All of the football games this year are on YouTube. All of our volleyball games on our Facebook page, Facebook using Facebook Live. As you saw earlier, where the Anahuac Lady Panthers triumphed over Woodville in the first district volleyball game of the season, as they're chasing that district title and a playoff berth.
4th down and 6 for the Jaguars. Sends a man in motion. As we're going to have more laundry on the field.
False start against the Jaguars.
False start is going to send them back 5 more yards. It will become 4th down and 11 after they were within 1 yard of picking up the first down.
So unfortunate, the Jaguars were putting together a pretty decent drive, and they're keeping the offense. It doesn't look like it now. It looks like they're lining up to punt it away.
So punter is set back at his own 29 to punt the ball away. KJ Moore, the return man, back for the Panthers. Snap back. Kick is a wobbler as Moore's going to let that one bounce. And Trent, if I was a gambling man, I'm going to expect a lot of the ground game for the Panthers moving forward.
Well, there's no doubt about that. I mean, that was probably their game plan going in here tonight, regardless. But, yeah, we're going to see Sanchez and Corbett quite a bit here. Just over 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Got a lot of ball game left. And I don't think we're going to see much passing at this point. But you never know what might happen. This is football. It's Texas high school football, and I've seen crazier things.
Curiel's going to roll like right, and pass is going to be complete to Zion Clark.
Pass is complete to number 2, Clark.
That's why I am not a successful gambling man.
Exactly right. Just as we were talking about them keeping it on the ground, he throws it out here to the near side to Clark for a great gain to move the chains once again for the Panther offense.
Pick up a 12 and a first down. 4th first down of the ball game for the Panthers. We'll see if because of the scored deficit.
And before I freeze, I'm going to turn the air down back here. It's like an ice box in here, Alec. Hold on.
Curiel under center, 2 backs behind him, Sanchez and Corbett. Sanchez straight up the gut, 45-50, makes a move, 45-40 is going to be caught from behind. He's going to get down to the 35. 24-yard rush for Sanchez, move the chains for another Panther first down. Second rush of the ball game for Sanchez for 38 yards.
35-yard line, 1st and 10.
We'll tick under 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Marcus Curiel, the sophomore, getting the play call from the sideline. Going to go too wide to the far side for the Panthers. Rolling to that side. Curiel looking downfield, throwing it up for Clark. Has it, end zone, touchdown. From 35 yards out, Marcus Curiel puts it right in the breadbasket of Zion Clark. As the Panthers extend the lead 27-0 here in the first quarter. Snap back, kick is up from Sanchez, is through and true. With 4:21 remaining here in the first quarter of play, your new score, the Anahuac Panthers lead Kipp Generations 28-0. We'll continue our coverage after this on Anahuac Sports Live. At the 40-yard line, Sanchez gets under it, falls to the 10. 15-20, runs into his own blocker, and they'll mark it at the 21-yard line here for the fourth possession of the first quarter for the Jaguars.
Advances to the 21. It'll be first and 10 for the Jaguars.
28-0. Anahuac leading Kipp Generations.
Of course, I don't have our play-by-play in the replay, but handoff up the middle by the Jags, met quickly by the Anahuac defensive front.
Mouton there in on the tackle as getting up off the pile. Let me see your number, young man. That was number 47. Let's make sure we give them their due. As that is Pedro Rodriguez, the fullback, who was able to pick up one.
But as on the replay we saw, you know, that's first touchdown of the season for Zion. And so is it the second?
He had that rushing end around.
That's right, he did last week. So second touchdown, well, passing touchdown for him, I guess. First passing touchdown for him, reception. As the Jags have second and long to go.
Under pressure, rolling to his right and throwing it up, and broken coverage is caught.
Wow.
Going to be caught from behind at the 35.
I'll tell you, that was impressive. I'm going to go back to that replay real quick. Yeah, that was a great pass there by the Jaguars. I got our play-by-play back in the replay now, Alex. So just FYI, but a great pass there to get it past midfield. I mean, I thought he was going out of bounds, and it seemed like he threw it off his back foot and somehow the receiver came up with it, and the Jags are on the move.
2 of 4 for 58 yards passing for Cameron Jackson. First down of the ball game for the Jaguars. First down and 10. So we're going to come discuss things.
Not sure what the conversation is about. They're moving the chain, so I guess they got the spot wrong.
What? Did they blow the play dead? They must have.
Oh.
They must have blown the play dead for encroachment before it ever got started.
Yeah. So it wasn't a free play.
It's not a free play. So that means that one of the Panthers made contact with one of the Jaguars' offensive linemen.
Right. Well, unfortunate on a great pass.
Take the first down off the board. And now my stat sheet's officially out of the gun. First down and second down and 5. Jackson sets back under pressure. It's going to be taken down by a host of Panther defenders. There is another flag on the field. We'll see what the penalty is. Legal man downfield for the Jaguars is going to be declined. We'll bring up third down and 5. Well, I'm sorry, that was a sack there. So a loss of 3 will bring up. It's a loss of 4. Is it third or is it second or third? Okay. It is third.
He declined it. It should be third down.
Should be third.
That penalty will be declined. The loss on the play puts the ball back at the 21-yard line.
Well, now he's got first down.
Well, we got a replacement chain gang, just FYI.
Okay, so.
But I think it is third down and about 10. I'll get my scoreboard right as well.
That was the 4th rush for Cameron Jackson, now with -6 yards. Sets back, looking downfield, has a man roaming across the field, is going to get back 8, but is not going to be enough, as that was Bailey.
On the pass reception, 29-yard line, second down and 2.
Now I guess we're gonna go with that. Losing track of the flags and what's going on as far as accepting and not accepting the penalties, but it is second down and 2 to go for the Jags. Shotgun formation once again.
Putting the ball on the turf under pressure. Cooper trying to get there, rolling and throwing it out of bounds is Jackson. So we'll go back to the third down of the same 10 yards. Head coach Greg Neese getting some extra practice for his defense down on the field tonight. Third down and 2 for the Jaguars. We'll tick under a minute 30 remaining here in the first quarter. Again, want to thank Swanky Insurance for sponsoring the first quarter of play. As it'll be Jackson out of the gun, offset to his right by Jonathan Thomas. Sends a man in motion. Jackson rolling to his left, under pressure. Rolling, and is going to be pushed out of bounds as he is going to get a loss of
1, I think.
A loss of 1.
-1, fourth down and 3.
We'll bring up 4th down and 3. So we'll see if the Jaguar defense is going to stay out here on the field. And it is. Jackson got his play call from the sideline.
Well, super deep in their own territory, trailing by 28 early in the football game. And going for it here is touchy at best.
Going to hand it off, and he's going to go nowhere.
So turnover on downs is going to be going back to the Panthers deep into Jags territory. As the Panthers will take over on their 25-yard line, I believe.
Fifth possession of the first quarter for the Panthers. Well, no, that's actually not true. It's actually the third. They just had... No, it's 4, because the punt return counts as a possession. So we'll go with fourth offensive possession of the first quarter. And we're going to get Sanchez some practice.
Okay.
Sanchez going to attempt the field goal. End over end is going to be just short. So,
okay.
Spotted down at the 32. That was a 42-yard attempt from Sanchez, and it would have been good from 41.
And just short, I mean, because it almost hit the crossbar.
So, one play, a missed field goal. Trent, I don't know how accurate my stats are going to be tonight.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, so we got a 47-yard attempt there by Sanchez. You know that on a first down, rather. But nonetheless, the Jags are going to take back over at the 25.
For their fifth possession with 39 seconds remaining here. High snap, looking downfield, has a man. It's going to be complete. Cameron Jackson has looked pretty good. 9 yards on the reception.
Well, like we said earlier, he's got a great arm. I mean, we've seen some lasers thrown to his receivers. One down the far sideline that had to be called back, unfortunately.
Sets back, 4 wide, under pressure, rolling right. He has some room if he wants it. Unloads, and it's going to be off the fingers of a Panther defender, as in on the coverage was Adam Galeas. Second pass block up of the evening for Galeas. And that'll bring up third down and 1.
And that was the end of the first quarter. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be right back after these words from our sponsors. Again, please spread the word that we are live. The Panthers win it, or winning it right here on the GatorFest scoreboard at 28-0 over the Jaguars.
From custom processing, professional guided hunts, hide tanning, and gator merchandise, Porter's Processing and Alligator Farm offers a personal experience like no other. Locally owned and operated in Anahuac, Texas since 1987, Porter's has been Southeast Texas' premier choice for any hunting adventure need. Now offering full-service processing of gator, deer, beef, hogs, and other wild game. Make Porter's Processing this hunting season's one-stop shop. Visit them today at portersprocessing.com or call 409-267-8413.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You can donate to the channel and get your special shout out or personal message read right here live on the air. And donations of $10 or more get a free AP rally tail. You can visit us on Venmo at Anahuac Sports Live, Cash App, the $sign Anahuac Sports Live, or any of the QR codes that were on your screen.
Under center, Cameron Jackson tries to sneak it. We'll see. We'll see if they gave him forward progress, but I think he's just going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up 4th down and 1.
Like, I'm not even on the live feed. What am I doing? we're both just.
We're practicing like the Panthers are tonight.
I guess so, Alex. Sorry about that, folks, but it was a run up the middle that didn't get anywhere. 4th and 1 coming now for the Kipp Jaguars. 4th
down and 1. You can expect the Panthers to stack the box once more. They bring 2 receivers to the near side, one to the far side. I don't expect this to not leave Cameron Jackson's hands. Rolling right, under pressure, has a man, complete across the 40. Will be taken down at the 41. That'll be a 7-yard reception. And a first down.
And there's their first down that they were looking for.
There is the first down. Comes here in the second quarter. Kids are still giving it their all. Boy, this roster just has me all jacked up. That was Vargas. All right. Vargas with the reception, as the 43-yard reception was taken away. .10:30 and counting here in the first half. I want to thank Capital Farm Credit, as going to the right side, being taken down in the backfield. But we do want to thank Capital Farm Credit, 120 Broadway in Winnie, 409-400-4066 for sponsoring the second quarter of tonight's ball game. Are you in Boy Scouts?
Well, I'm getting the funky roster here fixed for you. There it is.
I greatly appreciate that. Much better.
Maybe that'll help you out a little bit.
Much better than I would have done. So after the loss of 3, 2nd down and 13, sends a man in motion. Jackson out of the gun. There's 4 wide, rolling to his right, being chased down from behind, is under pressure and is going to get away, and is going to be intercepted by KJ Moore. We'll see if he can take it to the house. He's coming around the left side, 50-40, waiting for his block, and got if he had waited just a few seconds longer, he probably could have cut that back. But KJ Moore on the interception, and that will set up the Panthers with great field position if they want to try an over 50-yard field goal for Christian Sanchez.
Well, as he was rolling to his left, just screwed up, hoping somebody would come up with it, and unfortunately KJ Moore comes down and crosses midfield to turn the ball over once again for the Panther offense to take over on the Jags 37-yard line.
9. Curiel out of the gun. He's going to hand it off left side. Landon is going to go across the 30, across the 20, and he'll get pushed out of bounds at the 18-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 23 and a first down.
Out at the 19-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
What did I say, 23? 66 yards on 3 carries for Corbett. 1st down and 10 inside the red zone. Stay tuned for the Anahuac National Bank halftime show, as we'll show the marching band. The pride of Anahuac will go over the stats as we have them. Fake handoff straight up the gut to Sanchez. Sanchez fighting his way forward is going to pick up 6. Will be 2nd down and 4. 3 carries, 44 yards for Christian Sanchez. We'll also be looking for scores from around the area. We'll look in the Golden Triangle. We'll look in Greater Houston. See some of the key matchups from around the area tonight. Panthers offense has slowed down considerably. Burning clock at this point. Sanchez is the lone back. Jumbo formation now for the Panthers. He's going to send Corbett in motion. He's going to roll to the left, looking downfield, has 3 men open, and caught, touchdown from 14 yards. In on the reception, Isaiah Gomez. Isaiah Gomez, the sophomore. Second passing touchdown of the evening for Curiel. 61 yards passing, 3 for 3. Has got pressure, Sanchez got it off and was good. So with 7:59 remaining here in the first half, the Panthers strike again. Your new lead score, 35-0 on the Texas Gator Fest scoreboard. We'll continue after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
You've heard about shopping local. How about banking local? Since 1976, Anahuac National Bank is the only locally owned and operated bank in Chambers County. We know you see Anahuac National Bank folks out in the community supporting our schools, veterans, and nonprofits. Why not bank where you live? These experienced banking professionals understand local businesses and the housing market. Visit online today at anbank.net, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Please roll this clock.
So again, you can donate to Anahuac Sports Live, and we appreciate everybody's donations. It helps us to improve the stream. As you saw earlier, we were videoing with Coach Greg Neese down on the field, and that wouldn't have been made possible without y'all's donations and our sponsors' support. So you can do so right now on Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal on any of the QR codes on your screen, and donations of $10 or more will get a free AB Rally towel.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Terry Fortenberry. Blake Ferguson as the kick is dropped at the 5, picked back up across the 10, 15, 20, gets the sideline, and is going to be taken out in the mass of humanity at the 31. They'll give him the forward progress to the 32. As that is where the Jaguars will set up shop here with 7:39 remaining in the first half. So the new scheme for the Panther defense, getting some run tonight, as you heard on the pregame show, sponsored by Chambers County Abstract. Switching it up from a 3-3 stack to a 4-2-5, which means 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers behind, and 5 defensive backs. Cameron Jackson out of the gun, offset to his left, handoff straight up the gut to the fullback. He's going to pick up 1. As that's going to go to Rodriguez, his second carry of the ballgame, 2 rushes for 2 yards. Brings up second down and 9. Home crowd tonight, very happy, as the Panthers have put up a show. Unfortunate part is some of them might leave a little early to head out to Gator Fest. Out of the gun is Jackson. Sends his man in motion. 3 wide, 2 backs. Sends another man in motion. Left side handoff is going to pick up the first down after a pickup of 10. And we'll move the chains.
22 Thomas on the carry, gets the first down needed. 43-yard line. First and 10.
Jonathan Thomas. His first carry for 10 yards. First down and 10. Second first down of the game for the Jaguars. Some Texans fans hoping that the Jaguars show up like this on Sunday, if there are any left. First down and 10 from the 43. 3 wide, sending a man in motion once more. Handoff to the deep back. That's Thomas again. He's going to pick up 1. Second rush for 11 yards for Jonathan Thomas.
By number 22, Thomas. 44-yard line.
Jaguars trying to get into Panther territory for the first time this evening. Out of the gun is Jackson. Handoff, fullback. Rodriguez straight up the gut. It's going to be his longest pickup, as he's going to pick up 4. We'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Third rush for 6 carry. Third carry for 6 yards for Rodriguez.
3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6. We'll tick under 4.5 remaining here in the first half. 3rd down. Panther defense trying to hold strong. Sends a man in motion. Snap is going to go to the deep back. That's Thomas. Thomas is going to get back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, give him 1. We'll bring up 4th down and 5.
44 die at the line of scrimmage, making the stop. Still a gain of 1 on the play.
Third carry for 12 yards. Trent has given up. He started playing Angry Birds.
I'm chasing a rabbit, actually. Getting messages that I have been my Facebook has been tapped into, and I'm trying to figure that out, and as well as a shout out here in just a minute, but I'll let you know shortly.
4th down and 5 for the Jaguars. Sends the man in motion. Jackson fakes the handoff. Under pressure is going to be fumble.
Loose ball.
As in on the pressure, Caden Hampton, the senior, coming from behind, stripping the quarterback. Turnover on downs will set up the Panthers with great field position here in the second quarter from their own 45. So 2:59 remaining here. As Curiel will get the play call from the sideline. Going to go 2 wide. Clark to the near side, more to the far side. Inside handoff to Corbett. Corbett's going to try to stretch it. He's fighting, trying to get as much as he can. That's going to be a pickup of 3. 2nd down and 7 for Landon. 4th carry for 69 yards.
42-yard line.
Trent tries to add you as a friend and with a new profile, make sure you don't accept it.
Like I said, I'm chasing a rabbit here, trying to figure it out.
And 2nd down and 7. Clock will tick under 2:15 remaining here after this play. Corbett and Zion, the wide out. Sanchez pitch right, has room. 35, 30, 25. It's going to be a foot race, and Sanchez is going to take it to the house. Late flag, so we'll see what that is. We'll see if it prevents the touchdown. It had nothing to do with Sanchez. Sanchez was already gone.
Blocking the back call against the Panthers.
Blocking the back. We'll see where they mark it.
Marks off for important infraction.
So instead of a 42-yard touchdown, it is going to go for, I'm going to mark it at the 28. So that'll be a pickup of 14 for Sanchez. Take the touchdown off the board. 4 carries, 58 yards for Christian. First down and 10 from the Jaguar 28. Coach Nee's probably not going to be too happy with that penalty once he goes back to the video. Curiel under center. Lone back is Corbett. Pitch left. 25. Picks up a block. 20. 15. 10. 5. Touchdown from 28 yards out for Landon Corbett. His second of the ball game. 97 yards on 5 carries for Landon Corbett. That extends the lead 41-0. Sanchez boots the PAT, is through and true. So with a minute 31 remaining here in the first half of play, the Panthers have extended their lead 42-0. We'll be back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Since 1948, Wilcox Drugstore has been the Anahuac area's most experienced and trusted pharmacy. Continuing its long-lasting reputation for personal attention to all your medical needs, Wilcox Drugstore offers counsel, refills, transfers, compounding, flu shots, and delivery. Visit pharmacist Dave Wilcox and his experienced staff today at 1208 Miller Street in Anahuac or call 409-267-6141. Wilcox Drugstore, delivering solutions, delivering confidence.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart from the Catbird seat here at Kyle White Field. On the campus of Anahuac High School, Terry Fortenberry and Blake Ferguson up top, bringing you the video tonight. Little professional ball club here in Houston, struggling with the fake Los Angeles team. Sanchez is going to get it teed up. Actually, Zion is teeing it up, so we're going to get Zion Clark some PT kicking. In low end over end kick is going to bounce up to 25, picked up there, runs into his own defender and gets absolutely waylaid. Trying to see who was in on the tackle there. That was Tyler Kelly, the freshman, letting out all his freshman anger. They'll give him the 26. From the 26, as we said, please stay tuned to the Anahuac National Bank halftime show. Again, second quarter being brought to you in part by Capital Farm Credit in Winnie. Out of the gun is Jackson. Four wide for the Jaguars out of the gun. Rolling left, looking downfield, is going to bounce off the hands of the intended receiver. Will bring up second down and 10.
I do apologize for that, folks. Had to take care of it because there's too much stuff tied in to Facebook to not be too cautious.
High snap, brought in, under pressure, is going to throw it up, trying to make a break on the ball.
Wow, did he make that?
We'll see if they give it to him. They do.
And I'll tell you what, I'm going to go right back to that.
Did they?
He gave his hands
No,
underneath it? No, he didn't. But let's look at it anyway, just because we can. So as
No,
you see,
Trent, they.
go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I thought he said
Well, here's the replay. As he just threw it up.
the white hat's punching himself in the head.
Well,
No, I'm just kidding. That was actually call it off because that was a targeting penalty.
That will negate the interception.
That's what he said.
yeah, if it is, then
We'll
it's
see
going to be removed.
who they called it on.
It's automatic first down.
15-yard penalty. Moves the ball to the 41-yard line. Automatic first down.
So it can't be targeting if they're not ejecting anybody.
Yeah, maybe just personal foul. Maybe a finger point. Slap on the wrist, that kind of thing.
First down and 10 from the Jaguar 41. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Jaguars are going to have to hurry to the line. We'll tick under 40 seconds remaining after this play. 3 seconds on the play clock. They've got no timeouts. The play clock has now stopped. Under pressure and taken down. And on the sack, Mason Totzer, the senior, laying the wood. And there's another flag.
It'll be second down. 19.
And that'll take us to the half. So we invite you to stick around for our Anahuac National Bank halftime show. At the half, your Panthers lead it 42-0. We'll be back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Everyone now get one to take home. Support our band booster programs.
The line is directed by Ms. Kelly Guerra. Social Officers, Britton Nowak, Jacqueline Diaz. President, Jennifer Way. Line Officers, Juanita Diaz. Lieutenant Jarrell Hernandez. Lieutenant Colonel Fatima Esparza. And this year's Colonel, Kylie Sendejas. Pantherette of the Week is Kayla Cooper. And Spirit Girl of the Week, Kayla Pearl. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the field the Pride of Anahuac Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Diana Miranda and Diego Maris. The directors are Cody Cunningham, Morgan Contreras, and Haley O'Neill. The soloist for tonight is Juanita Diaz. Marcher of the Week is Avery Kirkwood. Tonight the band will be performing a portion of their UIL show entitled Dia de los Muertos. Drum majors, you may begin when you are ready.
the pride of Anahuac, the Panther Marching Band, with their halftime show. They're getting better each and every week. We'll have a special shout out here to Canyon. And a while ago there was a donation come through for $25 from Ted and Cindy Delo, excuse me, I apologize. Ted and Cindy, great supporters of Anahuac Sports Live, and we appreciate their donation, and they want to wish Canyon a very happy 18th birthday from Granny C and Pawpaw. Happy birthday, Canyon. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break. We're going to be right back with scores from around our area and Alex and I's input on the first half of play. And don't go anywhere. We are, sorry about that, got a little distracted, but it's 42-0 on the GatorFest scoreboard. That's just kind of how this night has went, ladies and gentlemen, but we'll come back right after these words from our sponsors.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Terry Fortenberry, Blake Ferguson back here from Kyle Whitefield on the campus of Anahuac High School. We're at the half. The Panthers are all over the Jaguars, 42-0, where it's actually a lot closer than the score actually shows. But we want to thank Anahuac National Bank for sponsoring the halftime show. Looking at the stats for the first half of play as we have them, Landon Corbett, the leading rusher for your Panthers, 5 rushes, 97 yards, 2 touchdowns. Christian Sanchez has 4 carries for 58 yards. Marcus Curiel, an efficient 3 for 3, 61 yards and 2 touchdowns in the air. Zion Clark with 2 of those receptions for 47 yards and a touchdown. Isaiah Gomez, his lone reception for 14 yards, went for a touchdown as well. As we have it for Kipp Generations rushing, 6 rushes for -7 yards for Cameron Jackson, 3 rushes for 12 yards for Jonathan Thomas, 3 rushes for 6 yards for Rodriguez. Passing, it is 3 of 7 with 2 interceptions for Cameron Jackson and 39 yards through the air. 2 of those completions to Travion Bailey for 23 yards and 1 to Vargas for 9. So that will wrap up the stats as we have them. Looking at some area scores, Hardin Jefferson leading Buna 24-0. It's Hampshire Finette all over East Chambers 20-7 at halftime. I say all over, that's not really all.
The Rice Bowl.
Newton leading Kirbyville 24-0. That'll make Miss Terry happy upstairs. Woodville up on Corrigan Camden 13-0. It's Warren up on West Hardin 12-0. Looking around the other areas, let's see some good games. Boy, there are a lot of blowouts.
That there is.
Danbury up on Hold Izetta 20-0 at the half. Any good game. Oak Ridge up on Pearland 23-14. Katy in a nail biter with Dickinson, all square, 14 apiece in the third quarter. Cypress Creek is on top of Eisenhower 28-20. Some other games of interest. North Shore having to come from behind on Westfield as they are down in the third quarter 10-7. North Shore, number 4th ranked team in the state. It is Baytown Lee up on Lumberton 14-7. Barbers Hill is all over Houston Heights 34-12. Dayton on top of Goose Creek Memorial 22-0. Silsby on top of Nederland 12-7. Crosby and Port Arthur Memorial tied at 20 at the half. So that's just some of the games from around the Houston area and the Golden Triangle of note. The Amarillo score?
No, I was looking at the Baytown Lee score. Did you catch that one?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
They were up on Lumberton 14-7, the Ganders. I was like, oh, that's the Permian. That was a while back when they were popular. But,
well, for those that are interested with this, Permian's down to Amarillo 27-7.
The fighting Tascosa.
But from around the state, I mean, I'm seeing some scores here that might be. I mean, Abilene Cooper and Abilene Wiley 17 all in the third quarter.
Baytown Sterling up on Washington 34-7. Houston, Washington, that is. So, Trent, if you're head coach Greg Neese, pretty happy with the offense and the defense, really. There was some penalties on the Panthers that we didn't see from up here, but a pretty clean and, like we said, efficient first half. You've scored in all facets of the ball game. Offense, defense had a pick six and a punt return for a touchdown on special teams from KJ Moore. And as we had said earlier, Presley Mouton, the junior linebacker, taking it to the house on an interception for a touchdown.
Well, definitely happy going into halftime for head coach Neese. I mean, a lot of confusion down there with the flags and whatnot, and getting a little sidetracked up here ourselves because of them. But nonetheless, a good effort on both sides of the ball for the Panthers so far. I mean, the score reflects that. Definitely been some turnovers on defense that the Panthers haven't seen very much of so far this year. But definitely a confidence booster for them on that side of the football. Offensively, I mean, it's been a kind of a collaborative effort between Corbett, Zion, KJ Moore, and Christian Sanchez, and it's been them pretty much the whole night so far. And as for Kipp, I mean, they just haven't been able to get things moving. I mean, we've seen some great passes out of their quarterback. He's on the move quite a bit, throwing off of his back foot and making completions and surprising ones at that. We see some great plays out of him. He's got great speed, and he's definitely hard to catch and slipping in and out of defenders, quite a bit. But, the Kipp guys, they're not going to lay down. I mean, they're going to come out here after halftime and try to put some points on the board. And I would expect nothing less from the Jaguars here at Kyle White Stadium in the second half.
No, absolutely. You can tell they are definitely giving it their best, trying to put some points up on the board. Especially here in the second half for that team, you definitely want to make sure that you're trying to get some momentum going to your way as you head into your games farther in down the line. As you said, Cameron Jackson really a bright spot for the Jaguars, as he was the one mentioned in the pregame show by head coach Greg Neese, talking about his athleticism, and like you said, really throws a nice ball. Just hasn't really had too much help behind him. The offensive line has been kind of porous, and Jackson has ended up on the turf on more than one occasion due to the Panther defense. So will be interesting to see the adjustments made at the half, as here on your Anahuac National Bank halftime show. Just reminding you your score. Anahuac is up on Kipp Generations 42-0. We're going to take our last break of the halftime show, and we'll be back with the second half after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
You've heard about shopping local. How about banking local? Since 1976, Anahuac National Bank is the only locally owned and operated bank in Chambers County. We know you see Anahuac National Bank folks out in the community supporting our schools, veterans, and nonprofits. Why not bank where you live? These experienced banking professionals understand local businesses and the housing market. Visit online today at anbank.net, member FDIC, equal housing lender. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to remind everybody that you can donate to the channel. You can get a shout out and your personal message read right here live on the air. Scan any of the QR codes sitting on your screen, or you can go to Venmo and enter at Anahuac Sports Live on Cash App, the $ Anahuac Sports Live, and of course PayPal. You actually have to scan the QR code or go onto our Facebook page. The link to donate to PayPal is in our About section on our Facebook page. Donations of $10 or more will get a free AP Rally Towel, and we appreciate Ted and Cindy DeLao for donating earlier, and the shout out and happy birthday to Canyon, cheerleader down on the varsity cheerleaders for the Panthers. And also don't forget about our giveaway. All you got to do is like or subscribe, or like or follow us on Facebook, and subscribe to us on YouTube. And don't forget to hit that notification bell while you're there. And if you don't think that you have a YouTube account, you probably do. If you've got a Google Gmail account, you can log into YouTube using that account and head over to Anahuac Sports Live and hit that subscribe button. And we thank everybody for joining us here tonight, and those that have liked, followed, or subscribed so far, as both teams are on the field getting warmed up here for the second half of play.
We were looking ahead to next week, as the Panthers get to stay here at Kyle White Stadium and get to take on Bridge City for homecoming. Bridge City currently losing to Upton 20-0. But last tune-up game before district play next week, Trent.
Yep.
Obviously, we've had a couple of tough games. This one has been some practice for the Panthers. And next week against Bridge City, again, last warm-up game before district play. We take on Tarkington in the first game of district play. So, getting the kinks worked out.
Yep. And I was going to say, Bridge City gave them a tough matchup last year. They were in their house, and I expect them to give the Panthers, a tough matchup during homecoming next week here in Anahuac. And next week we've got a special donation situation coming in for Anahuac Sports Live. I'll fill y'all more on that next week. Our volleyball games We're going to cover again. Buna comes to town Tuesday. So tune in to Facebook Live when we go for that. And I'll start dropping hints about the special donations for next week, as Anahuac Sports Live is loving to give back to our community, as the Anahuac Panthers are headed back out here for the second half of play. All the Kipp Generation fans, I've seen quite a few here in the chat. We appreciate you.
And Clay Witherspoon and Calvin Cunningham up as freshmen on this varsity squad tonight.
Yeah, but I'm already seeing some of those numbers down on the field right now. We're going to get a good look at them here in the third quarter. Looking forward to seeing these guys on the field. And you know, we talked about how well a lot of these freshmen did last year, and how much talent that particular class has, and it's going to be something to see over the next 3 years how that class develops. And this is definitely the future of Panther football, as you see Sanchez teeing it up on the 40 as we get the second half underway here in beautiful Anahuac.
Sanchez with it teed up. Wobler takes a high bounce out from the 25, rolling left, as Thomas is going to get taken out of bounds at the 29, as that is where the Jaguars will set up shop for their first possession of the second half.
Adam Deleuze there on the stop for the Panthers.
First and 10.
Jackson bring his squad back onto the field.
And I'm definitely going to head over to the beginning after this game tonight for the fifth quarter late dinner menu over there at the beginning. That's the restaurant here in Anahuac.
Fakes the handoff. Last back through will get it. He's going to pick up 3 on forward progress. Will bring up second down and 7. As that was Jonathan Thomas.
Gain of 3. Second down and 7.
Some good food from the beginning last week.
That's definitely good. That's why I mentioned it. I'm kind of craving that at the moment.
I think we have got some food waiting at the cook-off. I get to judge tomorrow.
Well, good luck with that, Alex. I forgot that you were judging tomorrow in that barbecue cook-off.
Also, for some reason, signed up to do a 5K.
I'll be throwing washers.
Under center. Deep back is Rodriguez. Going to hand it to the second back. That's Thomas again. He's going to pick up 6 on that carry. Now give him 5. Third down and 2. Thomas now 5 rushes, 20 yards.
Like we talked about Gator Fest this weekend. Barbecue cook-off as well as washer tournament and the cornhole tournament. All kinds of food to eat while you're there. Not to mention the entertainment lineup. You head over to GatorFest.com to get your tickets and more information.
Third down and 2. Jackson will come under center, 2 backs behind him.
Rodriguez and Thomas. One receiver to the near side. Handoff. Rodriguez. And he is going to lose the yard.
At the line of scrimmage, causing a loss on the play, -1. It'll be fourth down
and 3.
3.
Defensive line for the Panthers has been stout. Presley Mouton, one of the linebackers, having a great game. Talked about Elias. I did not see Raymond Corbett or Zion Clark out there. That's the well-deserved rest. Fourth down and 3. So we'll tick under 8.5 remaining here in the third quarter. We got timeout on the field. We'll take it with them.
Yeah, we will take it with them. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
You haven't made your way to the concession stand yet? Get over there. Get yourself a Chick-fil-A salad.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, no matter what you nurture, or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Terry Fortenberry, Blake Ferguson here from Kyle White Stadium on the campus of Anahuac High School. Panthers leading the Jaguars 42-0 on the Gator Fest scoreboard. Want to thank the Crawfish Place for being the third quarter sponsor. Handoff is going to go left side. He's going to take it 50, 40. It's a foot race. 20, 10, 5, into the end zone. Touchdown Jaguars. Jonathan Thomas.
Takes the ball from scrimmage.
And just like that, the Jaguars answer with their own touchdown.
63-yard touchdown on fourth down. 83 yards rushing on 6 carries for Jonathan Thomas.
Reminded me a little bit of the hook and ladder play last night from the 8th grade. And if you hadn't had a chance to go look at that play, head over to Facebook right now and check out that video. It's also on Twitter.
So in to tack on the point after Patrick Martinez, place kicker. As we said at the halftime show, Trent, the Jaguars, you definitely wanted to come out here, put some points on the board, just get some momentum going to next week's ballgame. Snap back, kick is up and is good. So with 7:59 remaining here in the third quarter, the Jaguars put some points on the board. They still trail the Panthers 42-7, and we'll be back after this on Anahuac Sports Live. Back here for the kickoff. Wanted to, as we were saying before the touchdown, want to thank the Crawfish Place. Dine in or take out, 5809 Highway 61 here in Anahuac, 409-267-2330.
Martinez.
Thank you, Liz. Martinez has it teed up from the 40. Gets under it. Going to fall to Sanchez at the 20, across the 25, has some room, 35-40, and he is going to take it to the house. That's going to be a 75-yard touchdown for Christian Sanchez as he goes untouched.
Wow.
So that is now a defensive touchdown, a kickoff return for a touchdown, a punt return for a touchdown. Obviously, touchdowns for the Panthers.
Into the end zone for your Panthers.
Call it too soon?
No, didn't call it too soon. It was plain as day as Sanchez had a hole up front by his blocker that Russell could have went through. And just an excellent job blocking by the special teams.
Sanchez into add on the PAT. Might need to rest his leg after that 75-yard kick return. Snap back, picked up, and is good. So, with 7:22 remaining here in the third quarter. Your new score, Anahuac leads Kipp Generations 49-7 on your GatorFest scoreboard, as we'll continue after this on Anahuac Sports Live. Back here from Anahuac, as Christian Sanchez has the ball teed up.
Set to kick off with the Panthers number 27,
Set to kick it back to the Jaguars. Both teams scoring touchdowns in their opening possessions in the second half. That's going to take a high bounce. It will be taken from the 7, across the 15, 20, 25, puts the ball on the turf. There's a scrum for it. We'll see who jumped on top of it. Panthers are saying they have it. They do. So the Panthers will come back out and bring the offense out for the first time.
Take a quick look at this to see who knocked the ball loose. As Sanchez put the boot on it again, took a high bounce. Took him a second to get a hold of it. And that was Christian Sanchez actually on the one that knocked the ball loose. But there was another number there.
Corbett, right side, 10-5, end zone, touchdown. There is a flag in the backfield, so we have to see what that is. It's in the vicinity of holding. And that is the call. They have it marked at the 26, so that would be a pickup of 2 for Sanchez. We'll bring up first down at 18. I'm sorry, a pickup of 2 for Corbett. We'll put him a yard shy of the century mark. We'll bring up first down at 18. Flag on the play, it stops the clock with 6:11, and they get it going. First down and 18 for the Panthers. As it is Corbett out of the gun. He's going to keep it himself, straight up the gut. 30, pushing his way forward. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. That's going to be a pickup of 8. They'll bring up second down and 10. There is another flag on field.
Number 7 Corbett makes up the penalty yardage, but there is another flag on play of holding
on the Panthers. And helps scoot them back even more.
10 more yards added on. The remaining first down, 30 to go.
Sounds amazing right now, doesn't it?
I don't know. I might just stop by GatorFest on my way home. That's what I might do. Get a little bit of fried alligator on a stick. And if you haven't had fried alligator on a stick, you are missing out.
So first down and roughly Oak Island to pick up the first down here for the Panthers. Curiel will be back under center. Sends Clark in motion, in the round, right side's Clark. Across the 40, 35, 30, 20. Makes a move, cuts back, 15. And he can prance into the end zone. That's going to be a 48-yard touchdown for Zion Clark.
Penalty flag back at the 28.
Another penalty flag down on the turf, Alex. Take the touchdown off. See what the flag is, and then I'm back on my with more. And now it's going to probably be first down and Smith Point.
Let's see, they have it marked at the 28. So that would be a pickup of 10. So that'll be a pickup of 10 for Clark.
10-yard penalty from point of infraction.
We'll have the 12th first down play of this drive for Anahuac.
Places the ball 37-yard line.
6 yards to go.
First down, 20 to go.
First down and 26. Curiel under center, run back to Sanchez. He gets it. Right side. 30, 25. He's going to be horse called from behind. Why would they throw a flag there?
Definitely a dangerous tackle. Turned an ankle on Sanchez. Glad that it did.
So that'll bring up second down finally. Second down and 5 after the pickup of 21. Pitch right, Corbett, across the 20, cuts back, 10, cuts back again, 5, fighting his way, reaches for the goal line, and is stopped at the goal line.
Now he reached for it, didn't quite break the plane.
The goal line. It is
So first and goal, first and goal for the Panthers.
122 yards for Corbett. 81 for Sanchez, who gets it. Marcus gets to carry it into the end zone for the touchdown. Curiel now has 2 through the air and 1 on the ground as the Panthers expand their lead 55-7. My humble ISD education math had to kick in there. A little delayed. So Sanchez back to tack on the point after. Kick is through and true.
And
So
there's the point kick by Sanchez.
makes the score 56-7 with 2:49 remaining here in the third quarter. As we'll be back with our coverage after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Hello, my name is Mark Poggles, and I'm the pastor at Community Christian Fellowship Church in Oak Island, Texas. I would like to personally invite you to join us for Bible study during the week and our church services on Sunday morning. We have a nursery for the little ones, and our church family will greet you with a smile on their face and a loving heart. Come and celebrate with us as we study God's Word and give Him all the praise and thanks He deserves. Hope to see you there. Take care and God bless. Go Panthers!
Back from Kyle White Stadium as Sanchez gets it under it. It's going to be bobbled at the 10, picked up at the 6. Across the 15, runs into his own teammate.
22 Combo picks up the kickoff.
Panthers in on the tackle.
Jaguars set up shop from their own 17. Trent, I'll be honest, I haven't had alligator on the stick.
No, you haven't.
So is it pretty good?
It is. It is very good. You know, when they say everything tastes like chicken, well, it tastes like chicken, but it's just a little bit more chewy, but still, it tastes great, especially depending on who's doing the frying and the seasoning that goes into that batter. It's something that you definitely need to try this weekend, Alex?
He's a chicken connoisseur. I definitely will. In fact, I am judging Gator tomorrow, so I'll have my full fill.
Well, yeah, you're going to get quite a bit of it.
First down and 10 from the Jaguar 18. Jackson's under center. He's got two backs behind him. It's Johnson and Rodriguez. Handoff. Johnson straight up the gut. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll bring up second down and 10.
Second and 10.
So, I mean, if you have, like I said earlier, if you have time this weekend, go visit the Texas Gator Fest right here in beautiful Chambers County in Anahuac, Texas, Fort Anahuac Park. It's easy to find if you go on to TexasGatorFest.com. You can find all the information you need, including to buy your tickets to see the Randy Rogers Band tomorrow night, live and in person. And I'm sure that with a big event like this, first time since COVID, first time since 2019 for Gator Fest, it's going to be a huge, huge event.
Handoff straight up the gut is going nowhere. Probably going to lose 2 on that carry. Different running back for that one as Fabian Vargas got the rush there. Be a loss of 2. We'll bring up third down and 12.
Gator Fest pageants last weekend. Congratulations to all of the Royal Court that won for the Gator Fest pageants, including cheerleader Bella Hornsby-Absher, who won the Senior Queen pageant. Senior year going very well for Bella so far.
Rolling out to the left, making a couple moves, cutting it back, picking up some good yardage.
Roberto Ramos with the big hit to keep him from going to the house.
Needed 12, got 13, and that moves the chains. That will probably be that is the last play of the third quarter of play. We invite you to join us for the fourth and final quarter of tonight's ball game as the Panthers lead the Jaguars 56-7. As we'll continue after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Looking for just the right bank? For a real community bank, locally owned and operated since 1976, come to Anahuac National Bank. Offering services from your first checking account to mobile and online banking to business and home loans. This is Texas banking at its best. Find us online at anbank.net. Anahuac National Bank, Chambers County's only locally owned and independently operated bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Welcome back to Anahuac Sports Live for the fourth and final quarter in this Texas high school football matchup. And I'll reset that. Thank you, Alex.
First down and 10 for the Jaguars from their own 29. Jackson out of the gun, two backs beside him. Sends a man in motion. Snap back, sets back, rolling right, under pressure, makes a man miss, is going to get it just off the fingertips of his intended receiver. As that was
14 Sanders over the pass defense.
Personal foul against the Panthers as
15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Late hit on the quarterback, they say. So 15 yards will move the chains for the Jaguars. Jaguars trying to get into Panther territory for the second time this evening. from their own 44, first down and 10. It's Jackson out of the gun. Handoff, Rodriguez, straight up Broadway. He's going to pick up 2. We'll bring up second down and 8.
Thank you so much, Kara Cable, for donating to the channel. We appreciate it. She says, go Panthers. And we thank you, Kara. She's a great supporter of Anahuac Sports Live also. Oh, and I just got a message. The beginning is actually not going to be open for the 5th quarter tonight, Alex, unfortunately. But, like I said, Gator Fest will still be going on, and there's plenty of food there as well.
Absolutely.
So, thank you, Terry from upstairs, for sending that to me and getting it corrected. So if you had plans going to the beginning, that'll have to wait until next week after the homecoming game.
High snap, Jackson back, under pressure, unloads, dropped again.
Pass incomplete, 3rd down.
Trying to keep up here, folks. I'm sorry about it. They're down at 7. And running into all kinds of trouble.
We'll tick under 8 minutes. And counting.
I'll keep my mouth.
Penalty flag prior to the snap.
Delay game on the drive.
And I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at the
We
fact
have actually a timeout being called on the field.
I want to thank our 4th quarter sponsor this evening. Again, I want to thank Liz and the crew at the Crawfish Place for sponsoring the 3rd quarter tonight. 4th quarter being brought to you in part by Anahuac Florist here in town, 810 Miller Street. You can reach them at 409-267-3875 and at anahuacflorist.com.
Appreciate Julie Barrow being a sponsor. And they make great arrangements over there. Go and see them.
I do. I got a beautiful arrangement for my daughter, who was also in the pageant last week. Her first time getting to experience the pageant life.
And for those that are waiting on pageant videos, we're working on them, I promise. We've got 3 more to go, and that includes the princess, the junior, and senior pageants. And we'll have those edited and out to everybody as soon as possible. If you'd like a copy, they are for sale. You get a digital link for a download. And anybody that would like a copy of any of the pageant divisions, just hit us up on Facebook message.
3rd down and 7 from the Jaguar 46. Out of the gun, Jackson sets back, rolls left, looking downfield, is going to overthrow his receiver, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 7.
The pageant videos are on sale, $25 for a digital download, and we are offering DVD and Blu-ray as well, and that is in high definition.
What about VHS?
VHS, I don't know if I can get my hands on a VCR right now, Alex, to try and get you one, but I'm sure I can figure it out.
I'm behind with the times. 4th down and 7 for the Jaguars. They have converted 1 on the evening.
You know, I do believe I still have a VCR in storage.
Rolling out. Under pressure is going to throw it up and make the completion. Will convert their 2nd first down of the evening.
One-handed grab there is excellent. To have the awareness to spin around and grab a hold of it.
Out to the 36 for a 20-yard
22 Thomas with the pass reception.
Jackson
First down for the Jaguars inside Panther territory, 35-yard line.
And Vargas' 2nd catch for 27 yards.
You know, I think I even still have some VHS tapes of my football games back from way back when, Alex. And
You're wearing leather helmets?
well, I'm not quite that old, but definitely see some old school playing back in those days.
Nice snap. Handoff's going to go to the fullback, Rodriguez. He's going to pick up 2, bring up second down and 8.
If that old school playing was any good playing, I wouldn't be sitting in this booth with you.
We'll tick under 6 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Jaguars trying to get some more momentum rolling into next week's ball game. Out of the gun. Takes the handoff to Rodriguez, pitches it left to Thomas. Thomas across the 30, across the 25. Is going to pick up the first down after a pickup of 10. Bright spot has been Jonathan Thomas tonight. That's his 7th rush for 93 yards. He does have the touchdown on the evening.
23 yards. First and 10.
If you haven't had a chance yet, go and check us out on all of our social media. You saw on Twitter, Instagram, and of course our Facebook page. And if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button, all of which will get you entered into this week's giveaway for 2 AP t-shirts and 2 AP rally towels, courtesy of JV Designs and Anahuac Sports Live.
Thomas round the left side as he's going to pick up 12. And another first down for the Jaguars. Puts him over the century mark. 105 yards on the ground on 8
Gets
rushes.
a first down for the Jaguars. At the 10-yard line, first and goal to go.
Jaguars into the Panther red zone. Goal to go from the 10. Jackson hands it straight up the gut to Rodriguez. Pushing and fighting his way forward. He's going to pick up 2. Bring up second down and 8.
I just hear that there's another flag on the ground.
Yep.
And there is.
Should have brought the white out for this game.
Ball's going to be holding against the Jaguars.
Complete opposite side of the field where the play was.
Shout out to Anahuac Sports Medicine down on the field, taking care of all the players. Doc B leading that
From the line of
young
scrimmage.
group of ladies.
First
They do an
down.
excellent job.
Goal to go from the
Anahuac
20.
Panther Athletics.
Timeout being called by Anahuac.
Well, that's first timeout taken by the Panthers this half. But like I said, shout out to Doc B and her crew down there and Anahuac Sports Medicine. Also to all of the cheerleaders. And definitely a special happy birthday to Canyon down there. 18th birthday for her. Happy birthday, Canyon. Take a chance to thank all of our sponsors as well, including our newest sponsor, the Crawfish Place. Over to John and Liz over at the Crawfish Place. Great place to eat here in Anahuac as well. Just got food on the brain. See what's happening over there at Rice Bowl game. 6-7 definitely doesn't hurt my feelings.
You don't hold a grudge.
Not at all. No. In our profession, we can.
First and goal from the 20. Jackson out of the gun. Sends a man in motion. High snap. Rolling right. Rolling back left. Under pressure. Flips it up. And is caught.
Wow. He stepped out. Great catch.
Let me scan the field for a flag before I put it down on my stat sheet.
Well, yeah, before, yeah. Exactly.
I think we're clear.
Pass complete to number 3, Bailey. Out of bounds.
13-yard reception.
7-yard
72
line.
yards
Second
through
down,
the air
goal to go.
for Cameron Jackson. Sorry, Miss Jackson. First, so that'll be second down and goal. This is for real.
Updating Kirbyville Newton all over them. 40-0 in the third quarter.
Cheerleaders keeping the spirits up. High snap, recovers, lofts it up into the end zone, and is caught for the touchdown. 7-yard touchdown brought in by Havar Thomas.
11, Thomas is good for a Jaguar touchdown.
So we've talked about the arm, and he definitely got the job done there. Putting it in for 6, and they set up for the PAT.
Martinez set to tack on the point after. Snap back, put on the turf, under pressure, rolling to the left. He has a man open and is going to underthrow him, so the point after conversion will fail. But the Jaguars do cut the deficit as the Panthers now lead 56-13 here in the fourth quarter with 1.5 minutes remaining. As we'll be back after this on Anahuac Sports Live. Back here from Kyle White Stadium with 1:33 remaining. Jaguars set to kick things off. Gets into it. Wobbler is going to be covered up. Ooh.
Kind of a knee to the kidney there.
So with 3 knees, we can put this one in the books.
That was Isaiah Gomez who fell on it.
Panthers cover the short kick. They'll have the ball first and 10 from their
That is
own.
correct. They have 1 remaining.
37-yard line.
So they aren't in the victory formation, so they're probably going to at least run 1 play.
In
Or Kipp will take their final timeout, and so will we. We'll be back right after this on Anahuac Sports
We
Live.
have timeout being called by...
Does your driveway need that long overdue facelift? Or are you just looking to finally get your lot cleared and ready to build something great? Look no further and trust the locally owned and operated professionals at Title Services Incorporated. No need to hire multiple contractors. Title Services does all phases of residential and commercial land clearing, house pads, ponds, dirt and rock delivery, and demolition. Call for a free estimate 409-267-1057 or visit them on Facebook at Title Services Inc. And welcome back to Anahuac Sports Live. There is Panther football.
Javion West pitches it left to Hector Sierra. Sierra is going to pick up the first down. Jaguars want to call timeouts. Panthers are going to do hurry up offense.
First and 10.
I guess he's trying to get in some practice on their hurry up.
Javion West under center, two backs, handed straight up the gut. 40 from behind, 35, pushing his way forward.
That's Thomas Dello on the carry. As they hurry back up to the line again as we approach 45 seconds remaining in the ball game.
First down and 10 from the 33. Pitch right. DeLeo lowers the shoulder. It's going to pick up 9. Second rush for 22 yards for DeLeo.
on the carry, down at 9, second down 1.
20 seconds to go. They're going to get out one more play.
Second down and 1. Javion West down under center. Pitch left, put on the turf.
Ball loose on the turf, recovered by the Jaguars.
First action I've seen from
They want the ball first and 10 from their own 22.
That'll be the end of your ball game. Where the Anahuac Panthers put it to the Kipp Generations Jaguars, 56-13. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to have the post-game show right after this. Don't want to miss it. We're going to go over the game in detail, go back over some of the scores around the area, as me and Alex will close you out here in Anahuac. And again, your final score, 56-13. The Panthers over the Jaguars. We'll be back right after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Terry Fortenberry, Blake Ferguson here from Kyle White Stadium, where we have gone final as the Anahuac Panthers defeat the Kipp Generations Jaguars 56-13. We welcome you into the Wilcox Drugstore postgame show, where tonight the Panthers made pretty easy work of the Jaguars, Trent.
Well, they did. I mean, it really wasn't anything that was unexpected. I mean, we were hoping for a little bit closer matchup, but the Panthers did take care of business on both sides of the ball and on special teams. You'll go back and you look at this video and you'll see a bunch of great things and tools that the Panthers are going to be able to work with going into homecoming week against Bridge City next Friday. For Kipp Generations, I mean, it was we saw some glimmers, especially out of their quarterback. Had a great arm, made some great passes on the run. Otherwise, I mean, they were able to put some points on the board before we went final here. But the Anahuac Panthers came in and definitely dominated the entire game.
Yeah. So looking over the stats first for Kipp Generations, leading rusher for the Jaguars, Jonathan Thomas. He had 8 rushes for 105 yards. He did have a touchdown as well. 7 rushes for Cameron Jackson for 6 yards. 7 rushes for Rodriguez for 11. It was Cameron Jackson through the air as he ended up going 6 of 13 for 79 yards and a touchdown. It was Travion Bailey with 22 receptions for 23 yards. Vargas had 2 receptions for 27. And Thomas had his lone reception for 7 yards and a touchdown. As for the Panthers, leading rusher Landon Corbett, 7 rushes, 122 yards. He had 2 touchdowns. It was Christian Sanchez right behind, 5 carries, 81 yards. And a touchdown and a kickoff return for a touchdown from 75 yards out for Christian Sanchez. Marcus Curiel got in on the action. He had a quarterback sneak from the 1 to punch it into the end zone. 1 carry, 1 yard, 1 touchdown. Zion Clark had 1 end around for 10 yards. And it was Hector Sierra. He had a carry for 10, and Dalio had
You're going to get it eventually.
I'll get it right. I even wrote it down.
Dalio.
2 carries, 22 yards rushing. For passing, very efficient. Again, not 1 pass thrown in the second half. 3 for 3 for Curiel tonight. He had 2 touchdowns, 61 yards. Zion Clark had 2 of the receptions for 47, a touchdown. And Isaiah Gomez had 1 reception for 14 yards and a touchdown as well. KJ Moore in on the action with a punt return for a touchdown, and also Presley Mouton on the defensive side of the ball taking a interception to the house for the Panthers, putting up their 56 points in tonight's ball game.
Well, 56 points is definitely something that we haven't seen in a while from the Panthers. I mean, from last year and into this year. As Alex mentioned earlier in the football game, they were supposed to play Kipp Generations last year, but due to COVID, had to cancel that particular game. But nonetheless, got it in tonight. Saw a lot of the young faces get some playing time, which is always good. The familiar faces of the Anahuac football team, Zion Clark, Landon Corbett, KJ Moore, of course, and Christian Sanchez all had a piece of the action. And, this is definitely a game that will give them plenty of confidence for their last preseason game against Bridge City here in Anahuac next week.
Absolutely. Looking at some of the scores from around the area, it's Hardin Jefferson all over Buna, 42-0. Hampshire Finette still leading East Chambers, 26-7. It is Woodville on top of Corrigan Camden, 19-7. Which I'm not mad about. Corrigan Camden, huge speed trap. when I used to go to SFA. Warren on top of West Hardin, 25-0. As China Springs all over Brownwood, 57-14. Newton taking care of Kirbyville, 46-0. So that's going to wrap things up for us tonight here on the Wilcox Drugstore post-game show. Trent, any final words from you?
Not particularly. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we thank all of our sponsors. We thank Texas Gator Fest for sponsoring the scoreboard tonight. And again, if you're in the area or if you want to make the trip down, Gator Fest going on this weekend. Randy Rogers heading up the lineup tomorrow night for the entertainment. You can buy tickets right now at TexasGatorFest.com. You can also find them on Twitter and on Facebook. Appreciate everybody that either liked, subscribed, or followed us on any of our social media tonight. Appreciate all of you for tuning in, and a special thank you to Kara Cable and Cindy Della for donating to the channel tonight. We appreciate all of those donations, and trust me, they go to great causes as far as Anahuac Sports Live is concerned and Anahuac Athletics is concerned.
All right, Trent. Well, this is Alex Outram speaking for my broadcast partner, Trent Hart, and our fantastic videographers up top, Terry Fortenberry, Blake Ferguson, reminding you of your final score. The Anahuac Panthers take it 56-13 over Kipp Generations. As we'll be back with more. Stay tuned to Anahuac Sports Live as our continuing coverage of the Panthers athletics continues. Stay well, and we'll see you at Gator Fest this weekend, friends.